Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is JC. If you haven't seen my face before, today's video is going to be a collective book haul. Now, I've done quite a bit of shopping over the last couple of weeks while I was visiting home. I have this green flag, red flag, however you want to see it, but every time I go into an independent bookstore, I have to buy something. My brain is like, you need to keep their business open, you have to purchase something. My wallet is like, please stop. Will I? Absolutely not. So another book haul will be in your future. But I wanted to show you the books I got while I was visiting home. I also did a little bit of shopping before I went out there. And then I wanted to just throw in some of the books I've recently picked up from like little free libraries or just odds and ends over the last couple of months that I've probably shown in various vlogs. But in case you haven't seen those, I just want to throw them in here. If you guys didn't know, this year I put myself on this like book buying ban plan where I've just essentially restricted myself a lot with what money I can use to buy books. And essentially, ground rule is I can't use any of my like full-time job paycheck money. So I do make a little money from YouTube, and then I have like credit card reward points and like gift cards and such. Like I can use that to go towards it, but it's definitely been hard over the last month where I decided I was just buying stuff. So I do need to go through that and see if I've officially broken that, but to this point, I don't think I technically have, so we'll see. But that's like the gist of how I've been purchasing books throughout this year. I've utilized my library a ton, and being a part of various like ARC or ALC programs have really helped. So let's get into the book haul. Okay, let's try to get through this haul without all these books just completely falling over. I mean, it's bound to happen at least once, maybe twice, but I think we can get through it. I don't really want to go through these in any particular order. I just have these like 20 or so books here that we're going to go through. I've gotten these from like little free libraries, various book sales going on at my local libraries, small independent bookstores, your larger, regular bookstores. So let's go through all the books I have to haul. The first one is Ellen Hilderbrand's Golden Girl. Honestly, when I read the back of this, I think I got this from a little free library, and I was like, I don't know if this is going to be for me, but my first book by Ellen Hilderbrand is going to be The 5-Star Weekend. So I'm going to keep this, and if I like The 5-Star Weekend, I think I'll give this a shot. Then I picked up Love and Olives by Jenna Evans Welch. I saw these, I think, really pop up last summer, and I didn't get any, but again, I think I got this one from a little free library, so it was easy to pick up where I didn't think about spending any money on it. Then I got Boardwalk Summer by Michelle Dalton. I think this is actually a like collective of like 3 stories, at least 2 stories, so maybe it's just 2. But I thought this could be fun and lighthearted. I'd never heard of it. I think I also picked this up at a little free library, so we'll see if this is any good. Then I have Judy Blume's Summer Sisters. This is on my summer TBR. Oh my gosh. I am so excited for this book. I mean, it just like screams, I have to read this at the ocean or the pool and on a hot summer day. I'm excited. Then I have This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. This is also on my summer TBR. It just looks so pretty. I actually haven't read anything by this author. I think people generally liked one book by her, and then she put out another that people were like, I don't really like this. And then this book came out, and I've seen a lot of 5 stars and then like a lot of like 3 mid-star type reviews. So a little nervous, but I think this could be good. And then I have Summer Reading. I actually haven't seen anyone talk about this book, but I saw it at one of the bookstores I recently went to, and obviously it screams summer, it screams full-side read, so I picked it up. Then I recently picked up Thorn by Intizar Kanani. This is just like a YA mystery, no, YA fantasy. Honestly, I don't remember, but it looked cute. Saw it at a bookstore that I went into and couldn't walk out empty-handed. Here we are. Then I got Cinder by Marissa Meyer. So this series I'm very excited to dive into. I saw Rachel Catherine, I believe, rave about it, and I originally read the Renegade trilogy by her, and now I'm reading Heartless, which is somewhere in this stack, and so I want to dive into this. I don't know if it's considered really a series, kind of like standalones, but like they're all fairy tale retellings, but I don't think like any of it's not interconnected, I believe. So it's the Lunar Chronicles, and Cinder is the first one. Then I got Just Some Stupid Love Story. This is an ARC that I actually received, and so I'm going to be reading this as a part of my June new releases reading vlog, so I'm very excited to get into this one. And then last one from this stack is The Unmaking of June Farrow, which is my June book club's pick. So very excited to dive into this. Obviously, it's a little more of a bias because it's like my book club pick, and it's my first month's book club pick. But this just sounds so interesting, and I've seen a lot of people talk about it again recently on Bookstagram, so I'm excited to read this for the month of June. Okay, why did I put half a stack over here where I'm going to have to get in that? Okay. Then I have Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. I got this from, I think, like a library book sale happening, and so I needed another book in order to pay with a card, and I was like, okay, so I saw this. So this was like an easy pickup where it's just like $1 or $2, and I was like, okay, I'm interested in it, but I don't know if I'd want to pay full price for it. So I am excited to dive into this. I do enjoy cozy mysteries, and I think I need books like these to break up the like heavy fantasies or even heavier like romances that I read. So I think this will get read sooner than later. Then I have Beautiful Darkness. So this is the second book in, I don't know if it's like the Beautiful Creatures trilogy or what, but Beautiful Creatures is the first one, then we have Beautiful Darkness. I just picked it up. It was at a library book sale that I ended up being like, okay, a couple bucks, I'll take it, great condition. So eventually I'll have to get book 1, but for now, I guess I have book 2. And then this is my current read. This is Heartless by Marissa Meyer. I'm only like 60 or so pages into it, but I am really liking it. So this will be, I don't know if this is the first book I'll be finishing in the month of June, because I'm also reading the 7-year slip for my library, but this will be the top 2 books I finish in the month of June. Wow, this is heavy. Okay, then I have Heavenly Bodies by Imani Aru. I don't know if I'm saying that right. No idea what it's about, but I saw a lot of people love it like many months ago. Added it to my list, and I ended up picking it up because I was scared it was going to go like out of stock, and I really wanted the physical copy. I didn't want to have to read an ebook or like wait a year for it to be like republished or something, so I picked it up. Then I have Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole, The Kindred's Curse Saga, Book 1. So a lot of people have talked about this recently, and I'm into it. This is just another, is it fantasy? Couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. I was just influenced by people saying, I love this book. Add to cart, I guess. It's honestly embarrassing. Okay. I have Throne of Glass already, but I picked up The Assassin's Blade because I want to read this first. I saw enough people say that they read this first, and they really liked how that allowed them to see why the main character really talked about here, like, is as great as she is, and they didn't just have to, like, accept it, book 1, and then, like, end up reading this as, like, their 4th book in the series. So I'm gonna read this one first, but I'm not picking this up until, like, September. I think there was, like, a crazy book sale happening or something where this was, like, under $10, and I was like, okay, here I am. So do you think I'll be able to wait until September? Because I really want to read this. Like, I really, really, really want to read the Throne of Glass series. But I told myself, like, get through the summer months. It's not really a summery vibe. We'll see. We'll see come August, like, if I'm completely over all the summery books and I'm like, Throne of Glass, here we come. Then I picked up Scythe, I believe is how you pronounce it, by Neil Schusterman? Sure. First book in the Arc of a Scythe, book 1. No idea. I don't know if that's like what the series is called. I don't even know if it's a trilogy or a series. I have seen Rachel Catherine really like this, and so it's been on my radar. I was at an independent bookstore where I knew I was going to buy something. I saw this and I bought it. Seriously, guys, it's so bad. Same thing here, Kingdom of the Wicked. Now, I am really glad that I picked this up because if you watched my May wrap-up, then you saw that I recently read Throne of the Fallen, which is by the same author, and I think it's maybe the same world, but they're not like the same characters. Obviously, I haven't read Kingdom of the Wicked or this trilogy, but the way I heard Mel Reeds over here on YouTube talk about it was like, this was very YA, and then Throne of the Fallen was very adult. And I really liked Throne of the Fallen, but I think I can be in the mood for something like this if I just know that going into it and like know it's not going to be the same type of writing and expectation as Throne of the Fallen. Like it's going to be more YA, so we'll see. Then I have A Morning Star by Pierce Brown. This is the third book in the Red Rising trilogy. Now, this, again, confuses the heck out of me because there's like two trilogies mixed into like one whole series, but they're called trilogies, but they're the same characters. Like, why not just have it all? I don't know. But I am on this book, and I ended up picking it up because I do want to finish this trilogy. Do I own book 2? No. No. Why did I buy this? Because I was at an independent bookstore where I had to buy something. And I do really want to finish this. Now I have the physical copy, so anytime I'm in the mood for it, I know that one of the libraries I have cards to on Libby has the audiobook always available, so I'll be able to just immediately pick it up and not worry about having to check out the like physical copy from my library as well. Then I picked up In a New York Minute by Kate Spencer. This is something I got as like at a used bookstore, I believe. And so it was one of those things where it's like, oh, like I've heard of this. I don't think I would pay full price for it because it's not something that I'm like heavily interested in. But at the same time, I want to read it. I think this could be good in like an August, September time frame. Then I have Beartown by Frederick Backman. I had checked this out from my library. I think I even tried to, renew it, and I still didn't read it after the renew. So I was like, okay, I still think I'm going to read it right now, so I returned it. But now I have the physical copy. I think I'll really like this, but I've heard like as the series progresses, not everyone likes it. So I'm excited to just read this, and then we'll see, I guess, like if I even continue on with this kind of trilogy series situation. And the final book, right? Yes, that I got is Listen for the Lie. Now, I got this also at a used bookstore. It's a book of the month, and I saw it, and I freaked out. Like, I freaked out from seeing this because I really want to read this, but I was like, I don't want to pay for it, and I think everywhere, like, I don't want to pay full price for this because I just didn't know if I would like it, and it wasn't like, I just knew I had so many books in June and July coming out that I wanted to own, so I was excited to see this for like $8 or something like that at a used bookstore. So I picked it up, and I do have the audiobook like on hold. So as soon as that gets in, we're reading it. Those are the 22 books that I recently picked up. Absolutely embarrassing. But also I'm so excited. Like I love book shopping, and I have a ton of books in my car that are just like in bags that I have in case I see a little free library or suddenly I'm out and about and I want to stop at a little free library. I have those in my car so that I can just give away. And then obviously if I'm at one and they have a book I want, then I can always have a book with me to replace it. So do I have space for these? Absolutely not. Do I even own a bookcase? No. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that, but that's a later problem. For now, that's all. This is a very short and sweet video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I always love watching book hauls because I feel like it just kind of gets me either like inspired to read or obviously like recommendations in a like a subtle way. Like, oh, I've seen other people talk about that book. Okay, this is another person buying it, wanting to read it. And like, I just like seeing what people buy. Like, is that just me? I feel like I just love any haul video. Okay, with that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've read any of these books, please let me know, and I will see you in my next one.